Hello YouTube. This is BalorMage again, and we are back playing PoE. We have been for a few days. We did take a few days off, and we're still a little bit sad that the exact kind of content that I like running normally is gone. But there's still tons of fun to be had, and there's no point in sitting around moping about it. We have to move on and find more fun stuff. So, I re-rolled a character. We're playing a Corrupting Fever Gladiator. This is my version of the build, although it's very similar to all the other versions because Corrupting Fever doesn't have a lot of variety that you can do with it. I will go over some of the differences a little bit later, but for now, the content we're running. We've decided to go Legion farm like everybody else, except there are some things that I find significantly more fun that I've done for fun reasons and not profit reasons. One, I'm running Harbingers. I'm running a Gilded Harbinger Sextant and Scarab, and also the additional Harbinger Sextant, so that I can have a bunch of Harbingers in my map. This is nowhere near as profitable as it used to be. Nowhere near, because Exalt Shards really not worth anything anymore. But we are still racking up Annuls and Ancient Orbs and Exalts at a pretty decent rate, and they are all worth like 12 to 15 C each. I do believe that I'm not losing money by running it. In fact, I'm pretty sure, I'm very confident actually that I am in profit by running it, just not by that much. Not by like enough to make it worth it, but they're fun, so I've added them. I'm also using the Gloom Shrine Sextant, because the Gloom Shrine gives you those nice little pops that sort of feel like the occultist pops, and that Sextant also comes with 50% increased duration of shrine effects, so I am spec'd into all the shrine nodes on the tree as well. So we've got a bunch of shrines in our map, and quite often we get to go very, very fast because of them, or we get extra tanky because of them, or whatever. And because we've got the shrine nodes, they already last a pretty decent amount of time, plus the Sextant is giving me 50% increased duration. That is definitely not making me profit. In fact, that's just burning money, but it is fun. And then for how we're making our money, we're running all of the Legion stuff, polished Legion Scarabs, and the charged compass for an additional Legion. We're running Legion on the map device, and we're also running the Sextant for splinters and emblems dropped by Legion monsters in your maps are duplicated, which has the downside of Legion monsters have 100% more life, but that's fine because we can do enough of that. So that's what I've been doing for 2 days, I think. We're probably going to move on from this strategy, although it did make us a decent amount of money. I'm probably going to change the Corrupting Fever Gladiator into a Tornado Shot variant because I enjoy those more. And we're going to fish around for some other farming strategies and other forms of juice that we can add or play that are more fun, because I'm hunting down what could be the most fun. I also have 2 or 3 meme ideas of builds to reroll, so there might be quite a bit more rerolling this league than normal because the upper end of juice just doesn't exist. So I have no reason to like push a character that hard into the min-maxing. I have no reason to spend several hundred exalts on the same character. So we're probably going to look at re-rolling some different ideas and maybe some like fun, more meme things this league than normal. So I am looking forward to that, but we will be playing the Corrupting Fever build for a little bit longer. I want to do it as Tornado Shot. So we'll jump in game. We'll quickly go over my character where it is. Boom, here we go. All right, so this is my character. We have made it up to level 96, just farming Legion stuff. I am running 1 Inspired Learning in the very easy Inspired Learning slot. I feel like if you're running a Corrupting Fever Gladiator, you basically just have to have an Inspired Learning here, because without the Inspired Learning, the only thing I wouldn't take is the Endurance Charge, and that's it. That's the only thing on the whole, that's the only point in the whole tree that I wouldn't already have. So for those 2 points, we get an Inspired Learning there. That's great. We have gone with the Ailment Immunity, so you get 20% from the shield there, and then some more on the chest, and some more on the boots, and then some more crafted on the shield. That's all very, very easy to attain. One thing that I don't see in enough Corrupting Fever builds right now is this. I have the Impossible Escape for Iron Will, and that means I just don't have to path over here. And for that, I get this node, which is damage and regen. I get this node, which is physical damage over time multi and some flat life, some armor and physical damage, and some life. It's a very efficient node. Everyone on the Corrupting Fever builds are all over here anyway. These are very nice. It's a very nice place to be, but I can get all the important stuff out of an Iron Will. The other thing that's different in my build is I'm not going for a third cluster, and I'm probably never going to. I much prefer personally to go with mediums, so I've gone Flow of Life, Circle Oblivion on both of mine. I just like pumping the life up a little more. I do have a few extra points spent right now in like floating life nodes that I don't need, and I will have to get better gear to replace these so that I don't need them, and I would like to go into second clusters here. I also do have the Forbidden Flesh for fortification. So these were 1.2x total when I bought them, and this was 150 chaos when I bought it. So they were both incredibly cheap. So the other thing I did is I did up my max res by a little. I've got 79 all res. We did that by just popping in here, grabbing all of those. I intentionally didn't grab the fire one because you get +1 max fire here, and I want them all to be the same number. I am aware that that's stupid, but it would really bother me if I had 80, 79, 79. That would annoy me. So I didn't want that, so we just didn't take the fire one. But those are also extra points. I don't need them. They're just extra points right now because frankly I didn't want to spend any more money on the wanding variant of this. I wanted to change into Tornado Shot. Also, I do get to run Pride, Determination, War Banner, Herald of Purity, Malevolence, and Blood and Sand. There's a lot of auras. It means I don't get a Spell Slinger in my setup, which is also why I'm running a Poet's Pen, so that I can just have a little bit of Exsanguinate for extra damage. Now, into the path of building, what we can see is that our damage is not very high. This is 10 stack of Corrupting Fever and Exsanguinate put together. We are only at 1.7 mil, and that is set to standard boss, 1.6 on pinnacles, and only 1.9 on trash. This damage I could have gotten a lot higher. It's just there was no need to. I'm only mapping with it, and I'm already doing enough damage. So this is sort of my entry cheap version. I built this whole build from head to toe in about 10 divines. Got it right this time, nailed it. So we did about 10 divines, built this whole character from head to toe. I was quite out of money at the time, so I was sharing this path of building, and the way I do it, it's a little bit different from the way other people have done it, but not too different. We have made a reasonable amount of money now, so we will be taking today to change it into the Tornado Shot variant. I just enjoy playing it more. I don't think you need to. You can already do everything except pinnacle bosses, basically, on this setup, in this very cheap setup. It excels at mapping, at speed, very fun to map with, incredibly fun. Not great at bossing. So that's it. That's all I have. We're going to be hunting fun for a little while before we start just becoming a serial re-roller. So I will see everybody next time. Goodbye.